are Locked On Lakers Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Los Angeles, on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
LeBron James shows why he's in the conversation for the greatest of all time. The Lakers come out red hot, but they have to hold on for their lives to win this game. We talk about it all on the Locked On Lakers Postcast. I'm Dave Palet. Thanks so much for joining me, taking your comments throughout the show, talking Laker basketball. It is right now is the most exciting time of the season for this Laker team. So many things to talk about. Very exciting night for the Lakers. Again, we will talk about it all night long. I hope you join me tonight and join me for the rest of the season. It is going to be a fantastic second half. First of all, I want to mention the people over at FanDuel. Don't forget, get ready for the big game. Tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel app is easy to navigate, and a variety of bets can keep you in every game. Plus, when you win, you get paid instantaneously. No waiting around for your winnings, whether you're betting on your favorite team or just looking to add some action to the excitement of the playoffs and the Super Bowl. Don't forget, FanDuel has you covered. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. Get started with $200 in bonus bets. That's FanDuel.com. Don't forget Super Bowl 59 coming up on Sunday. A lot going on with this Laker team. Again, Lakers went tonight 120-112 over the Golden State Warriors. And there's a lot to talk about. Not just tonight's game and how the game played out and how the Lakers had to hold on, but we got to talk about some new players as well. I mean, all of a sudden, you think about the team that started with the Lakers as they began the year, and what is Rob Pelinka going to do? You heard on this show a bunch of times, Rob, the ball is in your court. You claimed you were going to make trades, and I was on them on this show saying you got to do something, and then all of a sudden you get guys like Shake Milton, you get Dorian Finney-Smith, and you're going, that's it. You're hearing the Lakers aren't going to have the money or the wiggle room to pull something major off. Well, they absolutely have. And it is a completely different Laker team than even what you're seeing right now when the Lakers are playing their best basketball of the year, of what you're going to see in about a week. And so it's an exciting time to follow Laker basketball. The fact that the Lakers can play as well as they have without when Anthony Davis was on the team in the lineup, the big win in Madison Square Garden was awesome. Then they come back to LA and they completely crush the Clippers. And then tonight, taking on the Golden State Warriors. Again, a Warriors team that, hey, in their mind, they thought they were winning a championship. Don't forget, all the talk was the Warriors were going to make a run at LeBron James. Maybe LeBron will waive his no trade and he'll go play with Steph Curry. We spoke about it on this show. What does it mean for Steph Curry to get LeBron? And at the same time, as Laker fans were saying, enough of that talk. Why should our superstar go to him? If anything, Steph should come down the coast and play for the Lakers. It was even better than that. Even better than that as far as what has happened with this Laker team. So let's look at how things are going right now with the Lakers. We all know that Luka didn't play tonight, and Luka looks like, I was hoping he would play Saturday against the Pacers. The talk is Luka's going to play Monday. He's going to make his Laker debut on Monday. At the same time, when you look at the Warriors and what they're doing, they did make a big move. You have Jimmy Butler, who's going to the Warriors and was actually in the building tonight. For Warrior fans, they're exciting. You know, obviously you get rid of Andrew Wiggins, but at the same time, you look at a Jimmy Butler who's 35 years old, and he's with the team for at least 2 more years. I mean, the Warriors are going all in. And I think if you're a sports fan, you have to be pleased when a team says we're going all in, especially when you're used to winning championships. When you get that feeling of winning, there's nothing like it. And at the same time, you want to chase it over and over again. To be in a rebuilding mode, let's say like the Charlotte Hornets or the Pistons have been forever, or the Phoenix Suns who are trying to do it but can't do it because they're stuck in bad contracts. This is a great situation for this Laker team because management has said we're held to a different standard. Everything we spoke about on this show held to a different standard. By the way, pat myself on the back because when I get one right, I'm going to tell you all the talk that Jimmy Butler was going to Phoenix. Told you on this show, I had a feeling Jimmy Butler was going to end up with the Warriors, and that's exactly where he ended up. Be honest with you, very happy he didn't end up with the Lakers. So the Lakers tonight, again, playing shorthanded. You don't have Luka. AD is no longer on the team. Dalton Connect no longer on the team. What's the starting five going to look like? Exactly the starting five I think that that basically JJ Redick put out there is the one that I think most Laker fans would have put out there as well. You had Jackson Hayes, you had Rui, you had Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, LeBron James. Again, Luka is expected to make his debut on Monday. So here we go. Lakers get off to a red hot start in the first quarter. Okay, Lakers win this quarter 34-21. Again, Lakers played great on both sides of the ball, defense, offense. And at one point in the middle of the quarter, they went on an 11-0 scoring run and kind of never looked back at that point when you look at where they were going as far as their defense goes, because they're going to be criticized on this team. Defensively, can the Lakers do things? And the Lakers played very good defense in the first quarter to basically set the tone. Now look for the basically third, fourth straight night. The Lakers are shooting lights out right now. Lakers shot 58% from the field, 57 from three-point range, which is insane. 5 and 9 for the Lakers. Warriors, on the other hand, they struggle. Slow start, 33%, 36% from three-point range. And they were 8 and 19, but at the same time, you could see Steve Kerr just like he was sick. Transition defense for the Warriors, absolutely terrible. Fantastic. I guarantee if this was college or even high school and they go back and they look at the film, because they don't do that in the NBA a lot, where players sit down and pay attention. They just move on to the very next game. But for the Lakers, their situation is, hey, we're going to play as well as we can, get out to fast starts, and basically make you play catch-up. And when you look at the addition of Luka, it seems like that's what they're going to do as well. Hey, you have to talk about all their defense all you want, but can you keep up with the Lakers scoring? And so an exciting time. So here we go. Not only the Lakers play well, but Gabe Vincent played well, and it's a plus coming off the bench. Gabe Vincent, to me, tonight looked as comfortable as I've seen him in a Laker uniform. I mean, when we needed a big shot from Gabe Vincent, he got it all night long, and then he had 6 points in the first quarter, 2 3-pointers. He's exactly what the Lakers needed all the way through. So it was a great start for this team. Looking for the Warriors, it was a slow start for Steph Curry. First quarter, Warriors had 2 guys that had 6 points for him. Quentin Post had 6, Buddy Hield, he had 6 rebounds. Lakers that rebounded them. They had more assists than the Warriors, and the Lakers had more bench points than the Warriors. This is big because what will the rotation look like for JJ Redick now that he has a brand new team? So bench points for the Lakers, when so many times we do this, when we talk about the first quarter, it's like 0 or 2. Lakers had 14 bench points in the first. Warriors had 2. Turnovers, Lakers had 4. Warriors had 7. So, again, when you can win the turnover battle, the bench is doing something, especially with an older LeBron James. Absolutely fantastic for this team. So they got off to a great start, and they kind of never looked back in the first half. We'll get into the second half and things kind of change a little bit, but the Lakers won that quarter. Don't forget, they won the first quarter, 34-21. Fantastic. They go to the second quarter. LeBron James hits back-to-back three-pointers to give the Lakers a 45-23 lead with 9:07 remaining in the quarter. At that point, LeBron had 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. You knew it was going to be a really big night for LeBron. Maybe it's because LeBron knows, look, a lot of this is on me. I got to pick it up. We don't have another star in the lineup, meaning all-star in the lineup. There's no AD anymore. There's no Luka right now, so it's going to fall on LeBron. My feeling is that it looks like LeBron has got a little burst of energy, not having anyone on the court, but at the same time knowing that Luka's watching, because he's heard all the talk too. This isn't going to be LeBron's team anymore. For the first time in his career, LeBron is going to be a guy that takes a back seat. Well, LeBron's never going to take a back seat. That's not the way it's going to go. And as good as Luka is, Luka doesn't strike me as the guy that steps in and tells LeBron, you sit down. I got this from here on out. These guys are going to play great together. They're both huge fans of one another. LeBron, again, is a huge Luka fan, has said it forever publicly, and Luka has always said LeBron's always been his idol. So now you have these 2 guys on the floor. You can't double team both of them. It is only going to get better with this Laker team. We'll get into what they're going to do defensively and everything throughout the night. So many different directions to go, and so exciting where the Lakers are at right now. Again, as a Laker fan, completely wondering, can you get through a 1 round of the playoffs, let alone 2 rounds of the playoffs, to the point where can the Lakers beat OKC? That's kind of the direction we're going. Lakers' biggest lead of the night, though, it happened with 4:27 remaining in the first half. They were up 59-33. Again, Lakers were fantastic. They also had that same advantage with 1:17 remaining, 69-43. Lakers were outstanding. Can't play much better than they did in the first half. Offensively, defensively, great. LeBron finished the quarter with 18 points and 8 rebounds. Just a tremendous night for him. And so for the Lakers moving forward, very pleased with everything we saw. And everything we saw as far as not only tonight, but what's going to happen next for this team. Man, we'll talk about it all. We'll talk about it all. Again, I want your comments tonight. Appreciate you guys who have gone through what has been, even though a 500 type season as it felt like, and very frustrated for many of us, for this Laker team moving forward. And again, starting last week, this is a time where you're going, man, this feels like Laker basketball. This is when I became a Laker fan. So extremely, extremely exciting of what's going on. First, want to mention the people over at Prize Picks. Basketball season's heating up. There's no better way to get in the action with Prize Picks, the best place for daily fantasy sports. With over 10 million members and billions in award winnings, Prize Picks makes it easy and fun to turn your sports knowledge into real money. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less at least 2-player projections. If you're right, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. Prize Picks even has a free pick for the big game where Patrick Mahomes only needs to throw 1 yard to win. Pair that with one correct pick and you're cashing out. It's that simple right there. Look, it's always exciting. This week, I'm looking forward to see what's happening, whether it's Jason Tatum, whether it's Luka, you name it, you can pick it right there on Prize Pick. The best part, Prize Picks keeps it simple, and you can set your lineup in less than 60 seconds, and they're fast. Secure your withdrawals and mean what you get when you paid quickly. They will take care of you. You don't have to worry about chasing your money. They will pay you off quickly. Plus, their Taco Tuesday promo gives you a discounted player projections for even more value. Check out the promos tab to tail any Super Sweet Millie winners, big game lineups. If you tail a lineup that goes 3 for 3, you can win with a split of 1 million promo funds. It's a great deal right there with Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use the code Locked On NBA to get $50 instantly after you play your first lineup. Again, that's Locked On NBA. $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Run your game. Don't forget, Prize Picks is the way to go. Look, I'm crazy excited about what's happening right now. So if I'm talking a little fast, it's because I can't believe what's happening with this Laker team. I'm all in right now, and make sure you guys are all in with me. So Lakers, again, win tonight, but that's a small piece of the puzzle, 120-112. At the half, again, things are going really well for the Lakers. Just want to update you on what happened throughout the progression of the game. Lakers shot 57% the first half, 48% from three-point range, 10-21. Warriors shot 35%, 29% from three-point range, 8 of 28 for them. Lakers were led by LeBron James, who you knew was going to have a big night from the very beginning, and he did. LeBron, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Austin Reeves, 11 points. Warriors led by Steph Curry's 13, despite making just 1 of 7 shots from behind the arc. Rebounds, Lakers 28, Warriors 17. I thought this team wasn't going to be able to rebound without AD. Completely wrong. Assists, Lakers at 18, Warriors had 12. Bench points, Lakers 19 bench points in the first half. Warriors 13, turnovers, Lakers 7, Warriors 8. Now, look, fantastic night for the Lakers. Again, they were 23-4 when leading at the half coming into this game. That changes obviously over to 24-4. Lakers playing great basketball, and you wonder how are things going to go out. And for me at this point, when the Lakers are leading by this much at the half, I'm saying let's just keep it going. Let's go out. Let's start the third quarter strong. Let's get LeBron James to the bench. Let's get a break for LeBron. It's been a long travel week. Emotionally, it's been a big deal when one of your best friends is traded to another team, even though a player you admire is coming in. It is a lot to comprehend. So let's get LeBron to the bench. That was the goal. Well, that's not what happened at all. And unfortunately, it's the one thing about Laker basketball that's been frustrating this year. I give it a pass tonight, and I give it a pass because this isn't your normal Laker team. Not having a big man in the middle, not having Luka is different than what we're going to see. So the Warriors come out red hot. The Warriors aren't going to give up. Steve Kerr at the same time is not the kind of guy that's going to go, hey, you know what? We'll just wait till the next game. Remember, the Warriors did not play well in the game before this Laker game, actually kind of embarrassed. So the Warriors national television, Steve Kerr had his guys ready to go, and they came out on fire. You know, they cut the lead down. The Lakers had a giant lead, and they cut the lead down to 6 points. LeBron James layup at the end of the quarter gave the Lakers an 11-point lead. But at the same time, you're concerned because we've seen Steph do this before to the Lakers, where first half it looks like it's not Steph's night. All of a sudden, Steph can lead the Warriors to a win or at least push the Lakers to the limit. Most importantly, you're starting to realize unless the Lakers can turn it on, the Lakers aren't going to give LeBron James a chance to get his legs and rest a little bit, sit out basically the majority of the fourth quarter. Not at all. The 3 quarters, Lakers led by they were led by LeBron James, 34 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists. The Warriors were led by Steph Curry's 18 points and rebounds, Lakers 38-31. Fourth quarter got interesting to see exactly what was going to happen with this Laker team in the fourth quarter. So 9:17 remaining. And I'm one of those guys that, look, Draymond Green's been in the league a long time. I know Draymond's going to be a future Hall of Famer. Draymond likes to compare his career to Charles Barkley and championships and what he's done. Draymond Green, to me, is one of the most overrated players in the game. He's a guy that gets under your skin if you let him. He's not Dennis Rodman. He's not that quality of good, but I'm not a Draymond fan. So let's put it to the test tonight. 9:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. Draymond Green leaves the game after he collides with Buddy Hield. He's taken to the locker room. At that point in the game with 9:17 remaining, the score is 95-87. Guess what? They didn't miss Draymond for too long. Draymond did come back and he played at the end, but he also hurt his team as well. 3:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. Warriors cut the lead down to 5 on Steph Curry's three-pointer. 1:08 remaining. It was LeBron James who drilled a three-pointer to give the Lakers a 9-point lead. 1:02. Curry answers back with a three-pointer of his own. And again, 38 seconds remaining. Game's not out of reach for the Warriors, but Draymond Green gets a technical foul. And that was it. Once that technical foul went and the Lakers were able to extend that lead back to 9, and the Lakers went up 118-109, we knew the Lakers had it. But Draymond Green's a guy that can hurt you a lot. And at times you see Draymond who either he doesn't play a game, he costs your team problems with basically a costly technical foul, or he just doesn't play. And so many times you look in the box score and you see Draymond Green 6 points, 8 rebounds. And I'm like, this guy is not one of the best of the best. And he's very well liked by a lot of guys in the NBA, meaning the superstars. A lot of guys can't stand him. Tonight you saw it. You saw people who were frustrated on both ends. Warriors frustrated. The Lakers frustrated. I think you blame a lot of that has to go on the referees. They dictate the tone of the game. And that's when you get big guys, big bodies that either take cheap shots at other players that are making a ton of money and at the same time can cost guys games if somebody gets injured. So when you have a situation, whether it's Jared Vanderbilt or it's Draymond Green, Kuminga, anybody, it's one of those situations where the referees, I think, have to police the game a little bit more. But overall, Lakers win this game. Most importantly, 120-112. Big night for the LA Lakers. And at the same time, if you're a Laker fan, you have to be extremely excited about what's going to happen the remainder of the year. Also curious to know if you guys are on the same page with me as far as saying this Laker team is a championship contender. Called a buddy of mine who's a huge Celtics fan. I said, we'll see you in the finals. Honestly believe this team matches up really well with Oklahoma City, with almost any team in the league. You know, obviously Denver has had the Lakers number for a long time, but curious to know, how good is this Laker team? What are you going to miss from this Laker team? I feel bad for guys like Anthony Davis. I really did not want to see the Lakers get rid of Dalton Connect. That was one that kind of hurt, but at the same time, is it Dalton Connect? Is it Austin Reeves? You knew one of those guys were going to go. Right now, Austin Reeves means a lot more to this team than Dalton Connect does. So for the Lakers, they made the move. Hats off to Rob Pelinka for pulling off trades and basically turning this lineup around. I don't know if you're like me and you look at the lineup that started the season in October to where they are tonight on February 6th. What Rob Pelinka has done of flipping this lineup around has been absolutely incredible. That player after player continues to move out and then bring new guys in, and whether it's getting healthy from a guy like Jared Vanderbilt or bringing in a future Hall of Famer like Luka, this is a better Laker team than the one they had when the season started in October. And JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka did everything they said they were going to do when it came to fixing this roster, and I have nothing but compliments for what they've done. Curious to know if you see it the same way I do, but want to see what you have to say. Want to see what you have to say when we're looking at this team. So, Craig, you've been with me. You've been with me all season long, every single one of these things. So I see your comments right here. Game was slowed down by the refs. This is one of the things that hurts the NBA. These reviews take way too long. Way too long. Starts, stops the rhythm. And I always wonder if the players appreciate how long they take, because it gives guys who are on the floor more of a chance to rest. But for us sitting at home watching the game, or if you're at the arena in person, look, let's go. Let's speed this thing up. What's going on over there? Craig, LeBron was fantastic. LeBron's a freak. I mean, just an absolute freak. I don't think, as crazy as it sounds, I don't think LeBron gets the credit for his career until he retires. So many people want to talk about Jordan and Kobe and everyone else, and I love Kobe, okay? But what LeBron James is doing, even at 40 years old, and if you took his age out of it, what he would, let's say this was a game when he's 23, 25 years old, this is an amazing night, and he's done this over and over again. Jared Vanderbilt is a huge plus for this team, and we knew it was going to be, and he's going to have to be a huge plus for this team for a lot longer than what we've seen, because here's the deal. When you traded Max Christie and you traded Anthony Davis, those are two of your best defenders. So when you lose two of your best defenders, we need the guys that else who can play defense to step up. Dorian Finney-Smith did it tonight. Underrated on some of his defense tonight. If you were paying attention and going, where's the points in the box score? You can't worry about that exactly. Dorian Finney-Smith played fantastic tonight. Absolutely great night for him. And at the same time, Vanderbilt gave the Lakers everything they needed. So you need this Laker team to go out and play good defense, but obviously the offense is going to make a huge improvement. We'll get into more on that in just a second. I want to mention the people over at FanDuel. Don't forget, FanDuel Super Bowl 59 is here. One game, two teams, endless possibilities, and there's no better way to make every play more exciting than with the FanDuel Sportsbook. Whether it's predicting the first touchdown, calling the MVP, or even betting on the coin toss, FanDuel makes it easy to get in on all the action. With live betting all game long, you can adjust your bets as the game unfolds and feel the thrill from kickoff to the final whistle. The live betting feature lets you stay involved no matter what happens on the field. The app is super easy to navigate. Plus, knowing that you can place a $5 bet and potentially win $200 in bonus bets for the Super Bowl, that's the icing on the cake. Download the app or head to FanDuel.com to get started. Bet just $5 and you win. You'll score $200 in bonus bets. That's FanDuel.com. Bet with FanDuel, official partner of Super Bowl 59. All right. So here we go. The Lakers, again, outstanding tonight, 120-112. Appreciate that you guys are jumping in on the comments here. Curious to know what you say. BC, good to hear from you and see you right there. BC, Dennis Rodman led the league in rebounding. You're right. I'm not a Draymond Green fan. Don't want to say, I'm a hater of Draymond Green because he's on another team. That's not it. I appreciate really good basketball. I also appreciate effort. Appreciate guys that put the team first. And Draymond Green's not always a guy that puts the team first. You could actually blame Draymond Green for the Cavs winning that championship with LeBron. The one title that the Cavs have, Draymond Green, his behavior, I thought, literally cost the Warriors one of their championships. BC, laugh out loud. Celtics aren't making the finals. I would love for the Celtics not to make the finals. Right now, though, I don't have faith in a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference until the Cavs can prove to me they're the real deal. Right now, to me, the Celtics are the best team in the Eastern Conference. It's hard to give those guys credit, but at the same time, that's why I feel. So BC says Game 7 will be in Cleveland, LeBron 40. That would be insane. LeBron going back to Cleveland to play for an NBA championship in the finals. I'd love to see it. I'd absolutely love to see it. And it would give not only, LeBron credit and make Cleveland look like fools, but it's that clutch gene deal, right? It's the one thing about, is LeBron a killer? Can LeBron be a killer? And maybe that's where he gets criticized somewhere down the stretch. Does he still take over games the way he used to when he was the only guy that could do it with Cleveland, with Miami? At the same time with the Lakers, we saw Kobe do it. We saw Magic do it. And everyone who's a Jordan fan, we saw Michael Jordan do it. Those guys were just straight assassins on the court. And LeBron sometimes takes over when he needs to take over. But for basketball fans, they want to see a guy who's not just smiling, the guy that's looking not only through your eyes, but he's looking straight to your brain. And they want to see LeBron be that guy. LeBron is outstanding, though. The numbers don't lie. The fact he's doing it at this age, the fact his physique is what it is. The guy is incredible, absolutely amazing. So for this Laker team, again, with the big win tonight, what does it mean for them going forward? We haven't had a chance to talk because the last show that we did with Pete Fox, we did a split Lakers Clippers show. But let's hear about Luka. Are you excited as I am that Luka's coming here? So I'll tell everyone will remember where they were when they found out Luka was coming to the Lakers. If you recall, Saturday night, we just wrapped up the postcast with the Knicks losing to the Lakers. And it was like, good night, everybody. We'll see you Monday when the Lakers take on the Clippers. All of a sudden, I received a phone call from my son. He goes, Lakers just pulled off a trade. Guess. And first thing I said was Chris Paul. He goes, bigger. I go, Kevin Durant. He says, bigger. And then I say, I go, Giannis. He goes, bigger. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, bigger than Giannis. Just tell me who it is. And he says, it's Luka. We're getting Luka. Luka is, in my opinion, second best player in the league right now, right behind the Joker. And to get Luka at age 25, who wasn't happy, if you watch the press conference, not that he's not happy being a Laker. I think he's really upset with the Dallas Mavericks. Just closed on a $15 million home. misses out on a super contract, his super max contract, which will cost him $117 million. It was the biggest form of disrespect that you could possibly get. Then you find out, in the last couple of days, this wasn't just a GM move by the Mavericks. This was a move by the owner who said, I want out. And for a lot of people aren't aware, Mark Cuban's not the owner right now of the Mavericks. So people say, why would Cuban do that? It's not Mark Cuban anymore. It's the wrong guy. Cuban, I don't think, ever pulls this trade off. Cuban knew what Luka was. So very interesting to see. Look, I'm very sad AD's gone. But when you look at the history of NBA players over 7 feet tall, once they get past the age of 30, it is not very good. It's not very good. And so for the Lakers to end up with Luka, insane, absolutely crazy. And it's funny when people talk about Luka and they talk about his body and the way he's built, and is he, eating too much? Is he drinking too much? Nobody knows what Luka's exactly doing. We've all seen different clips on social media, but we don't know what Luka's putting in his body, what he's not. All I can tell you is this: the two best players in the league don't have those great physiques. The Joker doesn't have a perfect physique. He's not in any magazines. And at the same time, Luka, the same thing. To me, those are the top two guys in the league. There are a lot of guys in this league that have great physiques that aren't exactly guys that you would say, man, I wish I was built like that guy. Even Kevin Durant, as great as he is, what are they saying? Benches 110 pounds. I mean, Kevin Durant's one of the best players of all time. But we're so caught up on the body image of what it's supposed to look like in the NBA. Look, if you're an old Laker fan like me, nobody had a better build than Orlando Woolridge. Orlando Woolridge was not one of the best players in the league. He was a bench player for this Laker team. Everybody calm down on that. What Luka does on the court, and look what he does, whether it's minutes played, whether it's assists, whether it's a scoring average, whether it's the clutch shot, the Lakers got a gem. They got a guy for the next 10 years that you sit there and you look at like the jerseys that are behind you right now, and you're going, this guy's jersey is going up. This guy's a future Hall of Famer. This is a guy that the young kids are going to say, I don't remember what Kobe was like or Magic was like. I never saw them play. But tell me about guys that were like Luka. It is hard to compare people to what were like Luka. He plays the game like the game is in slow motion. Like he has seen it forever. Like you hear these NFL quarterbacks that say, I've played the game long enough, like Tom Brady. There's nothing you can throw at me I haven't seen. And Luka looks like that guy. The fact he's in a Laker uniform, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He gets a chance to play with LeBron. Can't wait to see it. Again, it looks like he's going to make the debut on Monday night. So it is a lot of fun to see what's happening in Lakerland. The fact that the Lakers are able to pull this deal off is incredible for what they gave up. Again, sad to see AD go. Sad to see Max Christie go, but it is not even close when you look at what this trade is, what it is. And at the same time, for Laker fans who are used to superstars, because we seem to get a major one every 10 years since Wilt Chamberlain, it's incredible to see that the Lakers did this again. What they did it again is just amazing to me. Just cannot believe it. All right, so let's look at the box score real quick before we get on out of here. Again, LeBron James, 42 points, 17 rebounds tonight, 8 assists. Came through when the Lakers needed him most. Again, 42 points in 38 minutes for LeBron. Austin Reeves was a little bit frustrating. 23 points for Austin, but 0 of 9 for three-point range. All right. But the free throws, 15 to 16. Great. Only made 4 to 17 shots from the field. But, man, the three-point shot just was not his night tonight. He's going to be the most interesting guy to watch to me in Lakerland as far as him finding his role on the court for the Lakers, because he's not going to be that point guard that he talked about, how he was basically embracing the role and he wanted it. Well, tonight, 4 turnovers for him. Again, Austin Reeves, how will he fit in? How will his game fit in with LeBron's and Luka's? I think he's the most interesting guy to see. Jackson Hayes, he got 11 points and 25. He will go to the bench when Mark Williams gets here. Rui, outstanding tonight. 11 points in 38 minutes, played great team basketball, like we say always. My biggest complaint with Rui is I'd like to see more rebounds, because every night it's like 4, or sometimes less. A lot of times you'll see Rui and he gets 1, and like, how can he only get 1? So it becomes frustrating. Dorian Finney-Smith, 33 minutes, 7 points. If you just looked at the box score and you don't watch the game, you'd say, what happened to him? Dorian Finney-Smith played some solid defense tonight for them. But off the bench, the big guy was Gabe Vincent. Mentioned at the beginning of the show, Gabe Vincent looked more comfortable in a Laker uniform tonight than you have seen him the entire time. Gabe Vincent, 15 points in 29 minutes, and he made 5 of 8 3-point shots. Every one of them was needed. Every one of those 3-point shots were big for the Lakers. So exciting time. exciting time to see what the Lakers are doing. It's only going to get better from here. And let's take a look at the standings, because the standings obviously will change once Luka joins the lineup. We'll be able to sit there and say, okay, what's this Laker team like? Right now, the Lakers 11 games over 500. They've won 4 in a row, 8 of their last 10. Just playing great basketball. We want them to be a top 4 seed. If you remember at the beginning of the year, I told you I thought the Rockets were a false team. I didn't have any faith in the Rockets. The Rockets have now lost 5 games in a row. They've lost 5 in a row, and they're only 1 game better than the Lakers. So the standings changed a little bit since the last game. So I'll throw it at you right now. Oklahoma City, who's going to get Chet Holmgren back, they've won 3 straight. Oklahoma City has a pretty big lead. They have a 6-game lead over the second-place Memphis Grizzlies, who've also won 4 games in a row. You look at the Denver Nuggets, they're the 3 seed. They've won 5 games in a row. Nuggets playing really good basketball. They're 33-19. They're a game and a half better than the Lakers. Lakers can jump up there. Houston Rockets are falling fast. The 32-19, 9 games back in here. You have the Lakers as the 5th seed, just 10 games back. But again, 1 game behind the Rockets, a game and a half behind the 3rd seed Denver Nuggets. So if the Lakers can get right there in the top 4, which I think they will, it's exactly where we want to be. We told to keep an eye on Minnesota. Minnesota's played better basketball. Minnesota right now is the 6th seed. Clippers have struggled, and they lost again tonight to the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. Clippers 28-23, 7th seed. Mavericks are the 8th seed, 27-25. And again, Anthony Davis did not play tonight, by the way, for the Mavericks. From what I saw from Max Christie, he did play and played very well. Phoenix Suns, 500 team. Phoenix Suns are floating. They've lost 3 games in a row. And if you're a Suns fan, you are stuck in salary cap hell, basically. Sacramento Kings, they've kind of thrown the towel in with the De'Aaron Fox deal. They're the 10th seed for right now. And the Warriors are out of it. Warriors, Spurs, Trailblazers, Utah Jazz, Pelicans are out of it. Look for the San Antonio Spurs to possibly make a run, because they got Fox, that they're a team that sneaks in there. Sacramento probably falls out. Phoenix could fall out, and expect Golden State to jump in and take the place of those guys. But overall, what a night for the Lakers. Big win. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight, talking Laker basketball. Don't forget, Saturday's game is an afternoon game. Lakers will take on the Pacers at Crypto on Saturday. I believe it's a 1 o'clock tip-off. So join me after the game for that one. We'll talk Laker basketball there. At the same time, don't forget, every one of these shows, Locked On Los Angeles, Locked On Lakers with Brian and Andy, do a great job every single day talking Laker basketball with you. And, of course, with me with the postcast. These shows are heard anywhere you get your podcast, so please tune in and follow up on Laker basketball. Any show you want, any team in LA. Locked On Sports is a great job, and proud to be part of it. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Lakers win 120-112. We will see you on Saturday after the Pacers game. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. See you Saturday, everybody.